The
Ready right now?
Yeah.
Live?
We live.
Yo.
We live, baby.
Yo. Yeah.
Yo, this is DaTakeOver.
DaTakeOver.
It's your boy Mac, baby. We're
What's
about
up,
to
baby?
make history.
The takeover. The takeover.
The takeover.
The takeover. The takeover.
Yeah.
The takeover.
Yeah. Yo. What's up, everybody? Thank everybody for tuning in. It's the Takeover. And man, we appreciate everybody who's tuned in, listening to us, man. And if you're a fan of the show, man, tell your people about the show, man. It's the Takeover. Follow us on Instagram, the Takeover034. You could go on Apple Podcasts, and it's look us up, the Takeover Podcast. Subscribe to us, put some reviews down there. We love reading those, and we're on Spotify as well. You dig? And we're getting our YouTube game up, so go to the Takeover on YouTube, and you can also subscribe to that too, because our video game is officially going up. You dig?
Well, I feel like I bought a pack of new white tees today. We got a videographer.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
a lot of things about to be different, man. Just for the record, the Takeover's been doing a lot of. We wanted to be consistent as far as like constantly giving you guys content and things like that, but in the process of that, we've been rebuilding. So, we just wanted to put it out there for anybody to think. Just know we on a, we out here first, no chin strap. So we definitely gonna be seeing and hearing a lot of us soon. You dig what I'm saying?
and the good thing about the whole situation, what we're doing, we looked in our inner self and we was figuring like what we missing,
Right.
and we know we're gonna bring it back to our essence, how we started,
Right.
From when we started the ground, how Mac and I had the vision,
Mhm.
and that's what we brought to bring to you guys, because we saw when we was doing that, we was, that's when it was real. I ain't gonna say nothing changed, but it's almost like I felt like the J. Cole. Remember when J. Cole came out and he was doing his thing, and then when his first album, he didn't really stick to how he was doing it for his fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what Mac and I are coming back to, like, yeah,
Stick
we've
to
been
our
doing
roots.
this. Yeah, we gotta stick to what we do.
Yeah, I mean, not just ain't I'm gonna just be 100%. Like, the Takeover really started the podcast game in New Orleans as far as bringing artists and stuff out, getting them to talk about it and stuff like that. And I salute every other podcast and everybody else that's doing their thing, because it shines more light on more artists or photographers or whatever, any form of art. You know what I'm saying? I just salute. I salute anybody that's showing love to New Orleans, period. So it doesn't even matter, you know what I'm saying? But, sometimes you get caught in the mix, you know what I'm saying? And it really, like, we the OGs, so it's just time to bring it back to the essence of the shit.
Definitely the OG. Definitely.
Yeah, man. But nah, man, so the Takeover is here to stay. That's basically, what me and Theta wanted to let everybody know, we ain't going nowhere, and we upgrading, you know what I'm saying, visually as well. And without further ado, man, we got look, man, before I even, like, say his name or whatever, man, look, if you're an artist out there, if you in the music industry, period, I don't care what form of, what your title is or whatever, this guy who we have on the podcast today, he is somebody who you need to sit down with for sure, because he knows the games inside and out, and not only that, he's willing and helping people to learn the game. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna get more into that today as we talk. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, we got the homie Ike in the building, man.
Much love to the Takeover. Y'all know how long I've been waiting to get on this doggone podcast, boy?
Yeah, I know. Listen,
Y'all don't even understand how long I've been waiting to get on this podcast. Y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know
when we
that.
first started, I bumped into him.
We did.
Yeah, and we was running. I ain't gonna lie. At first, and I think I told him this when I called him, I was looking at Ike like he was a snake or a salesman.
Right.
Because I was just like, we just getting in it. So we was new, and everybody was selling us everything. Anything they figured.
Right.
Like, it's like you go in Guitar Center and you say, hey, I'm doing this. So they sending you everything.
They show you everything, right?
Yeah, and at the time, we was skating, didn't know where to go. And I'm like, man, homie telling me this and this what he do. I'm like, but
that don't sound right. No, that's what you was like. That don't sound right.
I'm like, it sounded too good. And why us? We just, we
Right.
nobodies.
Right.
But and that's when I like called him after a while. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I just like people, his product then got out there, and this crazy thing, he believed in us before we even started. And I just want to salute him and thank you.
Man, it's all up. Y'all have no idea. I've been fans of y'all for a long time. When I started to first, because I got a long story, and I know we don't have a long time, but
enough.
I came back to the city around 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I was out of town. Went to school out of town, started to raise my family out of town, moved back to the city for a job, right? And but I was also still working with Vertical, and it's kind of like where I got my official start in the music business, right? And I was in the streets just about every weekend pushing this Vertical thing, and people still don't even really understand Vertical, right? But it's a grown.
Honestly, not to cut you off,
Right.
I'm why you telling it, because I got just couple things. Like I thought you were Vertical.
I am Vertical.
Okay.
But that's the thing. I am Vertical.
Okay.
Vertical is owned by my first cousin,
Okay.
right? And he called me one day and said, "Cuz, you want to do this thing?" And I said, "Yes." And so from the inception of Vertical, I've been like there's maybe one only other employee besides me. You get what I'm saying? And so he gave me a title of the Mid-South Sales Director, which I still am, right? And so my charge was to get artists and DJs signed up to Vertical from West Georgia to East Texas. Anything in between is mine.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And so I really got into the streets, got on the road, got my cards, and went everywhere I could to find artists to do this Vertical thing. And literally 10 years later, 13,000 records later, relationships with every major record label you could think of and independent you could think of, we still here doing. You get what I'm saying? And out of that, working with Vertical, because literally people were giving me $500 to $1,000 every time we did business to put their record in the hands of these DJs that we have worldwide, right? And so every time I'd be like, "Hey, bro, are you registered here? Do you have your music, registered here?" And everybody be like, "Man, what are you talking about?"
Right.
I'd be like, "Man,
Y'all missing out.
you don't want money? You don't want to get the money from," I mean, if my whole thing was, if you're spending money with me, and we're going to do what we got to do, you're going to get some burn, right? And you're going to want to spend more money with me. But if you don't make money, you ain't going to have no money to spend money with me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so literally after about 5 years of asking people these questions, I developed MPGTE, my company. My people got to eat. And literally last year, really got it off the ground officially. And after last night, we like at 142 people have gone through some form of the workshop.
That's what's up.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the workshop is literally designed to help people gain access to the revenue from their music. That's literally what it's all about. So for every one record that you have properly copyrighted and registered, there are literally 46 revenue streams.
Wow.
46 ways to get paid from that one record.
From that one record.
Yeah. And so when I found that out,
Right.
I said, well, I know you got to get registered here, you got to get registered here. And I know most people, they have some idea, I got to get my BMI or something, I got to do a copyright or something. But after doing more research, BMI put out a report last year. And literally in the report it says, because they were trying to find out the impact of the music industry and the economy for each state. You feel me? It's called the 50 States of Music. You can look it up right now, BMI.
What is it called?
The 50 States of Music.
Okay.
Right? And it literally shows state by state the economic impact of the music industry in each state. Right? In Louisiana, we generate $1 billion in the music industry every year that goes to the state GDP. Right? It's like
And that's all genres?
all genres.
Okay.
23,000 jobs are part of this. But check this out. They have 20,000 people that are registered as a songwriter with BMI or ASCAP in the state of Louisiana. They only have 2,000 people that are registered with Sound Exchange as a songwriter. Y'all know what Sound Exchange is, right?
Yeah.
Right? So Sound Exchange collects a residual or a royalty based on stuff like what we're doing right now. You get what I'm saying? BMI doesn't pick that up, right? If you're not registered with Sound Exchange, you're missing a whole nother
Check.
right, a whole bunch of checks actually.
Right.
Right. So that tells me 18,000 people are not properly registered.
Right.
Now, if 18, because that 2,000 should be equal to the amount of people that are registered with BMI. You get what I'm saying? So literally 18,000 people I know are not properly registered. And that don't even count the people that's just not registered at all.
At all, right.
Right?
Right.
So just with that, those figures right there, that's literally to $9 billion we leaving on the table.
Right.
The name of my company is My People Gotta Eat.
Go ahead.
You get what?
Let me ask you this. You think it's because of people scared of black and white?
Yes.
Or it's just like they're just anxious to get their music out as well?
The biggest mistake people make right now is they go straight to step 3 in my 7-step process. And step 3 is distribution. When you go to your DistroKid or your TuneCore, you say, man, I want to be on iTunes. Right? Because you're skipping 2 steps. You're skipping one, having a plan.
Right.
Most people with this music stuff, music happens to people, you know?
Right.
They don't plan on, how I'm going to be a rap star. I got a song, go to the studio, my friends like it. There's no plan. The second step is to get properly registered. If you do distribution without getting properly registered, the people you do distribution with own your record.
Right.
So you're going to miss money.
You're going to miss money.
Straight out the gate. You feel me? And so to answer your question, yes, people are very afraid of black and white. I had a client, legend in the city, right? Big records. I was always, man, if you don't do this Sound Exchange, right? Last summer, a bunch of his records got sampled. Big money. You get what I'm saying? Man, what I need to do the Sound Exchange. You get what I'm saying? Did the Sound Exchange. He was really afraid that other people would get his money, taxes, baby mamas, all this other stuff. I was like, bro, you got so much money, you could pay all that off. I'm telling you. You feel what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: with sound, could you kind of know what's already in there? Like I'm saying, like if you typed in your name or some shit, like you could automatically know, like something's gonna pop up and show you.
Well, not if you register with Sound Exchange and you have your music properly registered with the titles and the ISRC codes and all the other information, the critical information that you need from your record to do that proper registration, stuff will just pop up because people have been running your record. What Sound Exchange collects for is what's called a non-interactive digital performance. When you go to Spotify, a title, you can change it.
Right.
You can change the song. That's an interactive digital performance. But on a podcast, if y'all play a song, they can't change it, can they?
No.
They got to listen to it all the way through.
True.
That's called a non-interactive digital performance. Same thing for music choice on your cable provider. You could change the channel, but you can't change the song.
Right.
That's a non-interactive digital performance. Internet radio. I'm the program director for Vertical Global Radio. All the songs that come through our library, I put into our radio stream, and they can't change the song. So everybody gets a residual. Right. If they're properly registered. And so people that have their own internet radio station, all that stuff, if it's tracked by the digital radio tracker, it is picked up and paid for by Sound Exchange.
Right. And those
are just 2 places to register.
Right. And for the people that's tuned in, when that happens, they get their money quarterly. Just so that
Sound Exchange, I want to say, they get your money. It might be monthly, I think, Sound Exchange.
Monthly?
And I tell people there are literally 5 places you got to register to get all your money. And so ASCAP and BMI are just 2. I mean, ASCAP and then Sound Exchange is just 2.
What is, I don't mean to cut you off, man. What is, where's this money sitting at for the people that didn't, properly?
So there's this thing called black box money, and people are really into this right now because they have to put a name on it now because for a long time, people just let their money just, go away. But what happens, it doesn't go away.
Oh.
It goes to the people that are registered that are popular that are already collecting their money. They just disperse it amongst the people that's doing it right.
Okay.
Wait, so you actually lose?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have thought they were putting like a trust or something.
They
They
use
don't know you, they can't.
right.
Oh, well,
If you're not there to claim it, they're going to disperse it to
'cause
other people that are there to
like,
claim it.
every year
And
they
it's
have
called
that
black
thing
box money,
in the
yeah.
mall when you can go see how much money you don't like check.
Oh
sheet.
yeah. Like with the state, yeah, something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
thought it was something like that. Like
What
you
is
could
the
eventually.
music game?
Yeah, and this is a
Rip you
business. This is a business,
Right.
And so if you're not ready to do business in this industry, they're going to make sure you don't.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's like if you open a store and you don't stock your shelves,
Right.
you're going to go out of business.
go out of business,
And
right.
so like
Mac and I could put out a whack CD this long as we do our paperwork and we could get money.
all day long.
But the people have to spend it though, right? Like people have to play. Actually
People have to play it.
Yeah, people
People
have
have
to
to
play.
spend
You
it.
can't just.
You can't
Right.
get your mama to play and not get mine.
But what I tell people is, your lane got your name on it, bro.
Right. So
Right.
so that brings me into like, since you've been around through these different eras, from the way the music was distributed back in the G to the streaming, so it's like what has changed, and well, I think we know what's changed, but was there more money back then being, with the actual CD products?
Yes. Yeah, because it was a bigger a bigger profit margin.
Right.
You know how much it costs to make a CD, print a CD,
Mhm.
and you was getting
$15-20 a pop.
right, and it took $1 to make that CD,
Right.
like literally.
Mhm.
I mean, beyond what you had to do to record it,
Yeah.
market,
But
and
as
all
far
that
as,
other
like,
stuff. As
casing
far as
it up.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so it was definitely a bigger profit margin, and it wasn't just CDs; it was CDs, cassettes,
Vinyl?
records, yeah.
Yeah.
And so most people don't consume all that stuff right now. You got to be a boutique listener. You know what I mean? To do that.
That's
You
why
know
I
what I'm
think the
saying?
music game is basically like kind of declined in the sense of like people getting like these big deals. Because like if you look at the people we grew up listening to, they get these millions of dollar investments and signing deals and stuff like that. And it's because like if you put 100 CDs out there and they $20, you know what you're gonna get back.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So now it's like with the streaming shit, like I mean,
That's all a big gamble.
You know,
Yeah.
streaming is like what Netflix did to Blockbuster.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's just like, it took, because don't get me wrong, I used to enjoy on Friday going to Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster
walking
on
through-
Reed and Eve.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you.
Going down the aisles, trying to, now you just sitting there, like the whole mystique of going out hunting for stuff.
Right.
Now and it didn't change. And now it's just,
But go ahead.
yeah.
But that's why I feel like the that ruined. I think that all plays a part on why people don't have their business and stuff together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like because the comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I ain't worried
Yeah,
about that. I
major
just gotta
lazy.
upload
They
it.
got that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just got to
Like,
upload,
it.
it or whatever. Everybody. You at home basically. You can stay at home and upload music, record your music. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta leave the house.
You ain't got to leave the house. And I think that's like and that's what I try to preach to younger artists. You got to go out there and shake hands, kiss babies.
Yeah.
Network,
Campaign.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you definitely got to go out there and do that. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I feel like if the music, like even with this digital age now, I feel like if we go back to the blueprint was set on. You know what I'm saying? Like even street teams and shit like that. Like I preach that shit all the time.
There's no street team. Our city is so wide open
Mhm.
right now. If somebody just had a plan,
They could bust, yeah.
they could bust wide open right
Hey,
now.
man.
There's no doubt about it.
Why when you said that, my mind went straight to a part on Scarface.
What's that?
And he's like, this city is a great
This
big
city is-
pussy,
right.
waiting to get fucked.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what.
And it's happening.
It is.
But we not busting a nut.
yeah, I'm about to say, but
You understand what I'm saying?
Backed up.
We backed up. We hurt.
we got a raw dog.
We dry. We got the blue balls over here.
Yeah, and
We can say that on this podcast.
Yeah, you can
I'm just
say it,
making.
yeah.
I'm making.
yeah, we can say what you want.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, you good.
I know what y'all can do.
I'm just waiting on the day somebody to come and try to tell us. Hey, y'all can't. fuck you.
Right. right.
Look at him.
He ran it. He ran it, boy.
Lord.
You got something for the man. You got to tell him something, man.
Yeah.
I like it, Tito. I love it.
Yeah, that's why I don't be on Twitter because I know I get banned.
Man.
I fuck me and Mac and I got up.
I did a workshop last night with the homie Slater Mike, Misdemeanor, Big Chuck, Ingrid from iDivine. They put an awesome platform together. They're taking it back to the Gong Show of
Early 90s. Yeah.
right. And they're giving these kids $500, you know. And I actually came in as a sponsor. And they said I brought them to a workshop that I had by one of my homie studios, and it was like, man, you got to do this for everybody, you know. And so last night they prepared and had that. They made that happen.
Right.
And so it's like literally like 30 people intently into the workshop. But one thing they talked about was how you just talked about social media and how it's really affecting what's going on with this music and how artists aren't doing what they're supposed to do because they think social media is doing it for them. Right. So I think like we were talking about with the music industry, it's not just the streaming, it's the social media, it's the it's the loss of the human interaction that's taking this art and putting it in some weird place. You know what I mean? And then it's also the they had a really good conversation about how New Orleans has always been a trendsetter, whether we knew it or not, right? But now our trend is to follow other trends and not stay really original to this New Orleans thing. I go once a month. I go somewhere outside of New Orleans and I do a workshop. Like I have to. But even beyond that, I travel, and when I go to places like Phoenix, Chicago, Tallahassee, wherever, guess what they have? A New Orleans night, a daiquiri shop or something. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We ain't got no Tallahassee shop or, you understand what I'm saying? We ain't got no Phoenix, they ain't got no Phoenix bar around the corner. They ain't got no Brooklyn bar around the corner. Right. You understand what I'm saying? We have something so special, and it's like we can't see the forest for the leaves because we like right in the thick of it. You get what I'm saying?
So like you've been, by you traveling, what do you feel like New Orleans is missing? Like what do you feel like, what we're not doing right? Or?
One, a informed artist, an informed, educated artist that knows that this is a business. Right. You get what I'm saying? The ones that we do,
I think we have them. They just not.
No, we have them.
They're not talking to.
It's not their job to. Their job is to be a dope artist.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm saying if you signing other artists, you need to let him know this is the sauce too. Right. You don't. That's what I'm saying. You have to pass it along. Right. Because somebody passed it along to you.
And see, and that is why we are literally in a conundrum. You get what I'm saying?
Because we sit on the jewel.
We sit on the jewels. We think, if I literally somebody told me the other day, it's like, man, bro, you shouldn't be doing them workshops for everybody. They're gonna take and run with your stuff. I said, man, I tell everybody in my workshop, you got 46 ways to get paid for every song. After you do the workshop, you got 47 ways to get paid because you can take this and go get paid, bro. I can't talk to 18,000 people. I wish I could. You get what I'm saying? Right. But if I could pass the info on to you and you feel, and I'm really good at it, I want to let y'all know. Like,
look, the homie, my homie B, Ben.
Oh yeah, no, Valley Boy Ben. That's his name.
So shout out to Ben, and he's one of my partner. Cool dude,
homie,
and he definitely like bigged you up, like
he advocated,
took the, because when what it was in December when we had that hindsight 2020.
Oh yeah.
That's when Blake.
When we had the hindsight 2020, Blake, shout out to Blake.
Yeah, he the one.
Blake was another one. Like, look, man, like because we really when we did our hindsight 2020, it was more just we just invited a couple of people because we wanted to see the stuff.
Right.
But we are having part 2. But this is like we want to bring this to their attention because it's going to be more artists and people involved and stuff like that. And also back to what you said, like I definitely know it works.
Right.
Like man, that'll even we overdoing taking the workshop.
Yeah, y'all got to come in.
Yeah,
y'all got to come on.
Everything.
And but what I was saying was like I my thing is I want to give this information because this is the information that can unlock the potential here. And if we could do it here, come on, man. I did see like we doing a podcast right now. I went and did a podcast on a Tuesday night in Arkansas, in Little Rock, Arkansas. Podcast. They had like the stream going on.
What country and western song group was this?
No, man. Look, they got some heat in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Listen, I got clients out there, and they had me out there for a week. And we was just going through registrations, just getting everything properly registered. They had probably about 13 albums in their catalog, so it took a few days to register in 5 places. You get what I'm saying? But he's like, "Ike, man, let's go to this podcast." I was like, "Okay." Talking to the people about the podcast, talking to the people on the podcast. And the DJ happened to be a good friend of mine, and he was like, "Ike, you should come do a workshop." I was like, "Man, I'm supposed to leave Thursday night." You feel me? I was like, "I'll leave Friday if I have 20 people in here Thursday night at 7:00. I'll be here."
Right.
He said, "Man, let's do a flyer." I said, "Man, no, indeed, no. I just came here. I'm not playing with you or them people."
Right.
You feel me? Like if they gonna come, they gonna come.
Right.
I woke up Wednesday morning, it was sold out.
Right.
You feel me? And so people everywhere are looking for the information.
Right.
You get me? Because half of the people I work with have the information. They just are timid about doing it the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the really cool part about it.
And then you get the other half that's like, you sign with me and I could do this for you instead of just giving.
Actually, I don't do that.
No, not you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying they have how the other
Oh,
people
yeah.
that know it,
Oh, that's what they do. That's the
tell
game.
you,
Yeah.
that's the game they're gonna sell. It's like, look here, you sign with my label,
Right.
and I'm gonna do this for you. And
Right.
it's just something simple that you just should have did anyway, like that, man.
Right.
And that would have make me want to mess with you more,
Right. Because you gave me the game.
that you giving me this instead
Right.
of trying to whip me in, like
Right.
pull a wool over my eyes, like you really doing something for me.
Right.
Big
Ramp is one of my good friends. Big Ramp, Big Ramp. And he was like, "Say, Ike, bro, you are doing something." He said it's odd to people because he said that's the first thing. He said the game was, I'll show you everything, but you gonna sign to me. You know what I'm saying?
Now I could open the fruits up.
Right.
I could give you these fruits.
Right. He said, "Man, what you're doing is different because it's the total opposite of the approach that everybody thought was real." You feel what I'm saying? And so it's really hard for people to swallow. And I was like, "Man, thank you for letting me know that because people, that's the real. That's what's really going on here." And so when people's like, see, they say, "Man, let's do the snake oil sales."
Yeah, I'm telling
feel
you,
me?
it sounds so
It's
good.
it's not right. It just don't click right.
Right.
You feel me?
And you guys, Mac, I remember because Mac said I'm bad with names.
Right.
I came to him. I'm like, "Say, bro, I met this dude. I'm telling him, I'm like, that shit don't. It just sound.
Don't add up.
Yeah, it sounds too good.
Right.
And you was always, man, something sounds too good.
Yeah.
Always be.
Right.
But and then Blake hit me, and Blake was talking to us, and he got up and said, and he even called me. Was like, "Man, you need to fuck with Ike."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blake is one of those people. Again, back when I first got back home, he had that House of Blues popping
Yeah, he did.
once a
Right,
month,
yeah.
every other week.
Yeah, every
And I was like, bro. And then he was a good artist, and he was doing right by these kids. You get what I'm saying? I was like, and literally, me and Blake have a really long relationship. But I was literally there the night he did the first bike ride. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't ride with him. I helped him take all the bikes down and everything. He was like, "Man, we're
Just
going to
see where he's
ride."
at now with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And just to see him grow, not
Consistency, man.
but grow as a man, grow as a friend. You know what I'm
I've been
saying?
Yeah,
known
because
Blake for a long
he's
time,
different from
boy.
back in the
He's
day.
very
Blake.
different from back then,
Yeah.
but he's very focused and he got a plan and he's working it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And he's seeing his residuals. You feel me? And so, yeah, man, I got nothing but love for OG Blake. I still call him Dodo. I still call him.
Yeah, I might have missed it because I don't be paying. My mind is going. How did you get into this? Because you started off in the music your own self, right? Like what, DJ rapping?
Well, so literally, I was. I'm from New Orleans. Most people like, man, this dude can't be from New Orleans.
Right.
Actually, I thought you were from BR.
I know you thought I was from BR because
Yeah.
I have the BR phone number, but I'm from New Orleans. I grew up. I was born actually right there, Two-Row.
Oh, you wasn't born in the East.
And I was born in Two-Row.
That's good. To
When they brought me home in the 17th. Then we moved into Fort Ball. Then we moved to New Orleans.
goddamn.
Right? but I went to 35. I played in the band. I was a drum major and all this other stuff.
Did
But
you buy a snowball from me?
I don't know, maybe so.
I think you bought a snowball or something from me.
But here's how I got into the music industry on the slick. People don't even realize this. Back in the 90s, we used to dance.
You was a Power Ranger?
I was in the EXO squad.
Okay.
So every now and then they have this clip that they show these guys dancing on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Wait, what clip?
I
got it.
I'll send it to you.
up?
I'm gonna send it to you. We gonna pull it up.
You still got the moves?
I'm saying like you was dancing to what though? Like whatever they had you dancing to? Or
No. We were a crew.
Okay.
We were a crew, literally. Weeby was with the Street Fighters.
Okay.
Right? I was with the EXO squad.
Rest in peace, Weeby.
Oh man, look, listen.
5.
Listen. This is on 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Weeby and I would be the two people in a circle at the end of every dance.
Going at it.
He never beat me.
Nah, hold up, man. Man, I hit a defender set.
On 5.
The man, I hit a defender.
I know he's not here, but this. So here's the other
So
thing.
you got to show. We got a camera. You got to show us right now.
No, I'm not. But listen, and then almost 20 years later, Weeby calls me and he says, "Man, I want you to work with me on this project. Come to this meeting."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Man, I want you to be my manager for this Let Me Find Out run." You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the kind of relationship me and Weeby had. We grew up as competitors. Literally, we wanted to fight and kill each other at some point.
That shit was serious.
No, it was beyond serious.
That shit was serious.
And if you go to the clip, I'm telling you, you can see the seriousness in my eyes when the people interviewing me on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was a very big part of me, the bounce culture, the flexing culture. You know what I'm saying? And that was really my first introduction to the music industry because literally, girls from St. Mary's would call me to come and be at their party, and they would pay me. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, because we was coming cut out.
That boy,
bad on that little
slick.
Huh? No,
Future stripper.
That boy, the Chippendale, man.
no, but that was the thing. We didn't.
A street deal.
No, we.
A chipmunk.
Boys out here.
But the thing was, we didn't do that. We didn't do no moves like that. We were straight twerking. We were, flexing and routines.
Right.
We didn't do it was beneath us to P-pop. You feel what I'm saying? Like we were literally making up
dances.
Yeah, man. It was a
I
whole
used to
different
see that shit all the time.
It was a whole different thing. So
I ain't gonna lie, to be one hating on you. I'm like, man, look at these fucking
these fruity
out the way,
little.
man.
I already know.
Shit.
That's why Mac and I too cool.
This is what I know.
Listen, that's me too. Like these clowns, man.
Look at these.
See, when I used to do that, to be grab your girl. Like, my girl, come on.
Right. But my thing was, I wasn't even worried about girls back. None of that even clicked. I just wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And literally, if I wasn't trying to figure that out, I was trying to figure out something on my horn, or you know what I'm saying? So music was always intrinsically a part of my life in some way. And when I found out I can get paid to just be at a party,
right,
that was something different. I started DJing when I went to LSU.
Okay.
And I wound up having a contract with all the residential dorms. All the dorms.
Well, you've been hustling, huh?
Man, look, if they had a party in a dorm, I had to be the DJ. And that was for like the last 3 years of me being on campus.
right.
You get what I'm saying? And that just kind of like parlayed into all kinds of other different things. But
That boy been about his black and white.
I like that.
yeah, man, because like
Yeah, I know. But see, back then it was like that was the way to do business. Like if you ain't have black and white on the table,
Right.
You want email and fucking forms and shit.
no,
None
none of that was happening. Right?
See, Ike, if you would have came to me and laid out like the backstory and everything, I'd probably been like, all right. You just came to me like,
Yeah.
hey man, y'all doing what? Yeah, I do this.
Right.
I could do this.
Right.
Right.
Man, we only have a little bit of time, bro. And I feel like
No, we good.
But we wasn't. What
Yeah.
I told you, we wasn't ready for you at that time.
right.
I don't think we was. We had a shiny new toy.
But y'all were visionaries, man, and y'all still are. And the idea to launch this podcast, and because I came and saw y'all in Peaches, when y'all did the
RSN joint?
yeah.
That's what's up.
I came and seen it. You know what I'm saying? Came check that out because I was proud of that. I tried to get into the one where y'all went at some auditorium or something.
Yeah, that was
Right.
the Manny Fresh, because I think we talked or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get it. I don't know if I can get. I was trying to maneuver. You know what I'm saying?
If we'd have messed with Ike, we probably made some money off of it.
Right.
No, but I mean,
Oh, we gonna get now. Y'all straight.
yeah,
Y'all
we
straight.
good.
We good. We
they
good.
don't need to know.
They don't need to know.
need to
And
know.
that's my thing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Nobody really needs to know but the people that I'm dealing with. You feel me? Somebody asked me the other day, man, why you don't take pictures of everybody that's in your workshop? I said, man, that's because that's not what I do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? If they want to take a picture, that's fine. You feel me? But
It's more like some private. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I'm very discreet about what I do. And I understand that I'm dealing with people's passion. You feel me? So we don't have time to play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to find out. I think y'all said something about this earlier, because I was like, man, they in the workshop, they don't know it. You feel what I'm saying? What I do is do because y'all said y'all are taking time and y'all kind of revamp the takeover. Right. The first thing I do with people is take an assessment.
Right.
Where are you?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? What resources do you have? You feel me? And that's the first step. You got to assess where you are. You feel me? To figure out where you want to go.
Yeah.
And so y'all already doing it.
But you know what's the crazy thing about that? When we first started, Mac and I have no resources, right?
Right.
But we was finding, like, all the artists we found back then is the ones everybody talking about now.
Oh, yeah.
And the crazy thing, now we got all these resources.
Right.
And thanks to Mac,
Right.
we got all these resources. And now we like, you know what, we got to bring it back to the essence. And because now it's time for us to like really put our foot on the pedal. And
man, y'all got one of my favorite artists ever, Pascal. And that's 5 too.
This was back in the, that was
y'all,
early.
Man, I still play.
So just the retail?
No, man, I still play Sheba Baby.
Oh yeah.
That's a hard record, bro.
Yeah.
I play it in my set now. And they be like, boy, that's that Pascal, boy.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's we need more DJs like you.
It runs.
Play it out because you love it.
Oh man, it
know
run. No, but it run.
Yeah, but you know, and it's good music.
It's a joint. Yeah, you can't deny that.
Can't deny.
Why more DJs we can't get to play like local artists like that?
One, because local artists ain't doing their job to get played.
Okay.
In most cases.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I always used to stress the artist. Like, I'm always for the artist first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was like my biggest thing. But then being in the media side, podcasting and being on a radio show, I understood why DJs and shit feel a certain way, because you get shit unmixed.
Help me help you,
know,
bro.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Just help me help you.
But at the same time, I used to like flip it back to be like, they never really gave artists a reason to get clean music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of went both hand in hand. I was like, so, you know, if you was doing something besides playing us at fucking midnight,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And,
then
people, because like I said, that was the game back in the G.
Right.
That shit fucking.
It's out of here, yeah.
But my thing is, and that's like you said, I think you got to give more praises to the DJ, because in hip hop, that's where it started. It was the DJ first.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right.
You listen to
Eric B. and Rakim.
Because, you know, it started off as disco, because the DJ it was disco music. They were just cutting the records.
Right.
And when they was pausing the switcher record, that's when they had a person on the mic
to say a little
your
something.
Attention.
Right, yeah.
And then he come back.
Right.
And that's when the shine was on the DJ.
Right. And he come back with that break beat.
So
right
the artist really wanted, look, I got this, I could say this on the record, and the DJ would put them on and stuff.
I feel like now the state of music, where we at with it now, I feel like that love and shit is gone. I don't think the love, like, you have the love for DJing,
right?
But the love for breaking artists now is just gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was like, just the examples that y'all just named, like, if Just imagine one DJ got with one artist.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to break everybody.
Just that
Find
guy.
somebody who you fuck with.
Right.
And break them.
And run it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just let people know, like, because, I mean, we are a copycat city. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
All you need is one person to, like, do it. And
Right.
once that first person does it,
It's a thing.
It's
Yeah.
a thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, because bounce artists do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the DJs, the bounce DJ, like DJs that play bounce, they do it.
Let
They
me tell
break
you,
bounce artists.
every Saturday, Papa and Slab break things.
That's what I'm saying.
That happens.
Right.
And it's mostly bounce.
But at the same time, they have a platform to
They
present
do.
that.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's like one of my biggest things. Like, give us a time slot to display New Orleans hip hop.
Right.
Look, we all came from bounce.
Right.
If you watch the Netflix special that was just on,
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
if
But
you watch that, like, it highlights where bounce really started at. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the people that's involved, and you know.
yeah.
So I'm just like, man, you know, give us because honestly, I'm gonna be totally fucking honest with you. There's only so much bounce New Orleans gonna get recognized for.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, you know, and I hear people talk about New Orleans sound a lot. And don't get me wrong, we all know that, you know, Cameron Paul, the Brown Beat, you know, Trigger Man, like we all know that,
Those are elements, yeah.
That's it, right? But if all of us, right, every artist in the city just starts attacking that mode right there, you're gonna get tired of this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, my thing is with artists, do what best fits you. Find out who you are first.
Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? But my biggest gripe, like with the DJ, not the DJ so much, the artist, because I think about
Not
the
the-
DJ
Oh, not
get
brothers.
more ears than an artist. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because think about how many people listen. The DJ go to parties and whatever. So if you go to these parties and this DJ playing your particular record, and you might could get, I'm just gonna say an average. I'm gonna say 100 people. That DJ is actually probably getting 1,000 people, because if you think in a month's time,
Yeah, how
if
many
a
gigs, right?
Gigs he gonna do. So that's why I'm saying, if you like present it to DJs, and the DJ will get it out there.
Right.
You know, that's what I look at.
Literally, right now at Vertical, because the thing about Vertical is we've always considered ourselves to be innovators, right? We were literally the first record pool to come out the South. Like, we were the first digital record pool to come out the South. There's DigiWax and all these other people, but we were the first. And DigiWax out in New York. K-Slay got one. You know, everybody got a record pool, but we were the first ones out the South. And the reason we started was because we wanted to be able to present these Southern records to all these other people in these other markets. You get what I'm saying? And so that was a big part of what we was doing. And so now we've innovated in such a way because of the workshop, the MPGTE workshop. So now we are actually working with our clients. There's a on Vertical. If you have a record, right, you put a record through Vertical right now. There's an option to do what we're calling invested DJ thing, right? Where we take 30% of your publishing and we split it up between 10 different DJs, and they all get 3% of your publishing in different markets. And guess what? Now they own a part of your record. You think they're gonna spend that sucker or what?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And so we trying to figure out more ways not to just break the record, but connect you to that DJ, do some business. You feel what I'm saying? And then be able to move around. Now you got 10, check this out. Now you have 10 DJs in 10 popping markets that you could go see, brother. It's already set up.
Now, do these DJs get to pick the songs, or y'all?
No, it's your song. We pick the DJs.
No. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
We
the
pick
DJ
the
don't
DJ
get to pick the song.
No.
Okay.
Right. They just sign up and they say, if you got something you think I could work, send it to me. We're going to do the paperwork, and that's that.
All right. Because I'm just saying, in case it's something like a DJ be like, man, I don't feel this.
We're not going to give them nothing they're not going to feel. If
Oh,
they
no,
don't, but I'm saying if they opt, they have a chance to opt in or opt out on the
Right.
record.
Okay, yeah. Because,
Yeah.
you know, they might send them the little yodeling boy. And
Right,
you
yeah.
like, what the hell?
Right.
You
But
know, but
it's-
y'all not in it just to make money off of people. So,
no,
That's what-
we are in it to connect the DJs
Right.
and the artists and get records broke.
all right.
But well, with that, you do find out what market that artist should be in,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm gonna give it to this DJ, I'm gonna give it to this DJ. And
Right.
not knowing what type of DJ they dealing with.
What kind of set they playing,
Yeah,
what kind of venues or events they into.
right.
And so that's the other thing about Vertical. We do our best to try to find out what kind of DJ that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Rolex. Right now, if you want to break a song in New Orleans, you want to get it to DJ Rolex. He DJ at Shishi.
Oh yeah, I know. I went to school with that boy.
You understand what I'm saying?
Man, who you didn't go to school with? Damn.
And he's an awesome dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
He used to run with Nut.
Oh, okay.
Mizan.
bro.
I think that's his DJ when he
Bro.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
Bro. But I love Rolex because he's like, let's break something, Mike. What you want to break?
Right.
Let's do it right here in the street. You coming? Thursday, I got you understand what I'm saying? Let's see if it works. And I'm like, man, I love that.
Right.
Because you understand that you got this power. Man, but it's just stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they have DJs that are out here that are willing to break some records. DJ B Sharp. Every Sunday night he at Treme Hideaway. You get what I'm saying? Right there in the Treme. And guess what? Give him a record, he gonna spin it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I want to say Big Abe, like I think he still do the well. You know what I'm saying? They got places where they got these DJs that understand what we do at Vertical. I go in and I say, man, y'all running a record or not? Right. You know? They'd be like, yeah, you know.
But that's the thing too. Like, it's different because you've been around so long. You know, built these relationships and people know you.
Bro.
And you know, and I'm saying that to say like it's harder for a young artist to, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, New Orleans dudes got them, you know, not that they had the mentality, but I'm just saying like, you know, we don't like rejection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know,
we don't want to feel played on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's why I think a lot of young artists don't, or just artists, period, you know what I'm saying? Like,
from here? Yeah.
But I personally feel like if you looking at a certain DJ to play your music, you should at least build with them.
Yeah.
Before you give them
Before you
something.
even approach them.
Just let them know, like, look, you know what I'm saying? I've been peeping what you've been doing and shit
Right.
like that. You know, go visit them once or twice, dap them off, and
Right.
like, you know, and then you could break the ice right there. You know what I'm saying?
And it's possible, man. I tell people all the time, man, I am not a rich person at all. I get by, bro.
Right.
I am a billionaire in a relationship.
Right.
I cherish every relationship I have. And I really consciously work on my relationships. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anybody I can't call. You understand what I'm saying? And
I'm big on that shit.
but I don't call people all the time, you know. And I don't just call them when I need them either. You get what I'm saying? Got to check on them, see what's going on, and most of the time that's when the business happens. When you just call and checking on them, you be like, man, I was just thinking about you, you know. And
what's your take on like when Drake first came out with the forgot the name of it.
Nice for What?
Yeah,
Loved it.
right. But I'm saying as far as like the way people were saying like, man, they taking New Orleans sound and all this type shit, and you know, I want you to like it's
my truly honestly. I mean, because I've been true and honest this entire time. I hate when you know I have to say that, but like I literally am a Drake fan, and some people, you know, that rubs people the wrong way. But I understand his artistry. I definitely think if you understand who Wayne is and you understand the vision he had to sign this cat and develop this cat, because he didn't just sign him and was like, hey, bro.
Right.
He signed him and developed him. You get what I'm saying? And for this guy to be literally the biggest artist, you know, arguably in the country right now, and not from the country. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Is like a real right. It is a really, really big feat. And the idea that he consciously, this was a conscious decision to make the call, because he didn't have to make the call. He didn't have to make the call.
Right.
My homie saw he had an opportunity to see his dream come true. My homie wanted a Grammy, bro. And that was the opportunity for it to happen.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, all I can say is that's dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because he wanted that album to go where he wanted it to go. And he knew he couldn't do it without that sound. And not only one record, but two records.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what else do we need to see?
Yeah.
That's why I like it, because it was like, yeah.
See,
if you don't take care of it, you know what my mama told me? She said, if you got something you don't take care of it, you're going to lose it.
Right. See, I saw, Because what I saw happening online, people was commenting on the business side of shit and didn't even know the business.
And the business was all straight.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the part that.
Except for this last little thing with this guy and this beat, this portion of this beat that Biggie Black likes to use, the Sam Scully beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's kind of going awry with that deal. Because I believe that thing is still in court. Yeah.
I mean, anything with Sam Scully's name on it.
And that's what I'm. Hey, all I
might want to get that business straight.
We're gonna stick to the facts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he put out a derivative version of somebody else's record, and probably registered it to as far as he knew, but he did not get the clearance to make that derivative version.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you're gonna keep trying, and I don't know how much money you got, but
Since we talking about something like that, like how, like, if say Mac and I playing someone music on the podcast, what it's ways around not getting in trouble, right? If you put your tag, like say Mac might say after full balls or the takeover, as long as you put something on it, like while it's playing,
right,
you okay to play it, right?
You guys have not. I mean, you I'm sure you have an idea of how many residuals that you could be offering everybody that comes on this show.
Yeah, but that's the crazy thing,
right?
We one of the ones we don't. We do it.
You don't have to charge anybody anything.
Well, I'm saying, we do a lot of things out. I think the kindness of our heart, because this is what we love. Like we always say, if you up here, it's because we mess with you and we really like what you're doing.
Do I know that? I know that for a fact.
You're not the only one that came up here and said that. But and I'm just saying, like, because I think we almost ran into that once, playing, and we showing you love.
Yeah.
I can see if it was.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So the way, because again, this is a non-interactive digital performance. So like if I had a record and you played it in the intermission or something like that, I get a residual for that. You get what I'm saying? You'd have to license my music to do that.
Right.
And there's one place you got to go to do that.
Sound exchange.
No, it's a whole other place, but I'm gonna show you that.
Oh, right.
I can't give it all away.
Yeah, no,
right.
I'm with you.
Can't give it all
Just
away.
dial that 1-800 number.
MPGTE.com, MPGTE.com.
Yeah, but I would just.
But yeah, and so that's really the cool part about podcasts and what y'all doing, because again, y'all were the visionaries, y'all at the frontier of this, y'all the OGs of this, and again, y'all are the example of how it can be done the right way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so y'all got that charge, bro. I'm putting that charge on y'all, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
But like being some of the first, you the one that bumped your head first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you gonna learn.
You gonna learn.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking different questions on, different things, because we used to, like when Mac and I used to be setting up at the Jazz Market or New Orleans Jet, whatever it's called.
Right.
Now we'll be playing the little stuff we just into, and while we videoing it, and I would just want this not because it's always the person who you play like, oh man, they messing with it, but you always got that one friend. Dog, you could get some money from them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to.
And that's the whole thing. You want every.
No, but I'm talking about get some money like soon, like cease and desist.
Oh no, they could do a cease and desist, but you know why it probably can't happen? Because they probably not registered to even issue you a cease and desist. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I have one of those partners. Mm-hmm. He hit me up when we did the Man the Fresh joint. Mm-hmm. Because when we did the Man and Fresh podcast, it went like viral. Yeah. Right? It went viral.
It did.
It went viral because
he was playing those snippets from that C5.
Yeah. So when that went viral, so many other blogs and platforms went to playing it. And I kid you not, the next day he called me and was like, you know how much money you left on the table? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you could, you could send them something or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was like, and my mind frame at the time, our mind frame at the time was, well, I'm going to speak for me. I don't know how that felt at the time about it, but I was like more like, as long as people shine a light on the takeover
That's-
and seeing
and
what
that's
you know
what-
what I'm saying. Like
when we had
as
that
long as they
conversation.
just seeing us,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, knowing when it can't, you know,
Because everybody did give us
right,
out.
yeah,
They did say this is where they gave it
From
credit.
the takeover.
Oh yeah, they have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying everybody. So it wasn't a big thing.
Right.
Like
because you gotta
Mac-
think about it too. My bad.
No.
You gotta think about it. We came into this game just wanting to show love.
Yeah.
With no strings attached.
No strings
You know
attached.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a
Straight
passion project,
Yeah.
right?
to this day, you know how much Mac and I could be making off because people constantly.
I don't know exactly
But
how
I'm
much.
just saying people constantly ask us.
Yeah.
We would have a long list of people just because people
Oh.
want to pay.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. People want to just pay to get on the show,
Right. And we turn it away. So our list is not
and
as long,
that makes this even stronger.
and
Facts.
everybody could tell you like, man, I've been. You could Mac could show you the DMs or people just talking to us, and
I mean, I know people that have asked me to try to pay.
right, and that's what I'm saying. But and
And I'd be like, nah, it's just not gonna work. Bro.
Yeah.
right, but and that's what I don't think people understand. Like, man, we genuinely love what we doing and love doing this, and talking to you guys.
And
I could tell.
And the thing about it is, it's like you said, it's a passion project, right?
Mhm.
So just imagine if I got $10 to come up on, we got $10 to come on the show.
Yep.
And I'm looking at $10 like, I don't even know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you got to think about it. I come from the era of finding music, going to the record store, buying
Right,
shit, looking
right.
at the back of the CD.
Right. And figuring
Like,
out
it
who
was
they-
like a thrill that you got finding who produced it. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Looking at inside covers and shit
the
like that.
discovery.
Exactly. So it's like I'd rather us have, even artists that are doing some nice stuff in the city. It's like I tell people all the time, bro, we got the same background. I got a rockhead uncle. I'm from
Right.
the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we pretty much got the same
I
story.
think I got 3. I tripled you.
3 rockhead uncles.
yeah.
So I think we got the same story, but I'm saying like give us something else to lead. You know what I'm saying? Cause the city's small. You know what I'm saying? We could go.
I mean, how many times can we tell the same story?
Right.
Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
What's next? My whole thing is what's next, and what's really, what does the city have to say now?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, what does the city have to say now?
Right.
We know what they said in the 90s. We kind of got an idea of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? In 2000, but now we got a whole new city almost.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? There's a whole big light on this city. You
Mhm.
feel me? And what's next? But what I want to tell you about how strong this podcast is and I dare to say brand, right? But how strong this podcast is in my 5th step marketing promotions, right? And for marketing promotions, there are 3 basic strategies, right? Where you use owned media, the media you own, like your website.
Mhm.
You use paid media, where you like basically buy advertisements. And then there's earned media, which is this. Can't pay for it. I don't own it. But if I get on it, it's priceless. You get what I'm saying? And so you guys are the upper crust of New Orleans earned media when it comes to urban music. Like everybody. I made it today.
You sound like Heather.
No,
Like homegirl Heather came up here and said, and she made it.
Right.
And she was like, nah, if you from New Orleans, you come here,
Right.
it's a different.
It's a different thing, yeah. And so I
I
lift that up. I'm lifting
appreciate
that
you
up
guys.
personally myself.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
appreciate it because Mac
I mean, I don't care what. Actually, I do care what y'all think about it, but I'm telling you, I feel like, yeah, it's up right now.
Right.
You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, we got a guy from Indiana like hit us up. Was like, man, I found y'all. I love what y'all doing. I'm like, damn.
Basically what you saying just reassured what the conversations we had yesterday on this podcast. Like when I, we're telling you about, we doing it, we doing the shit, but at the same time we rebuilding and rebranding
Yeah.
at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's just reassurance that me and Theto doing the right.
oh yeah,
thing,
y'all
you
on the
know what
right
I'm saying?
path. Definitely, y'all been on the right path. And like I said, he was like they don't say, man, y'all wasn't ready for me. I mean, y'all had a whole vision. You feel me? And being a visionary back then, just being a visionary is tough, man, because everybody can't see it. You know what I mean? You got to make it come to life for people to see it. And it's tough for me with this workshop right now. It's not, I'm gonna say tough, but it's a challenge because I'm selling people stuff they don't know they need.
Yeah.
Like literally, they don't know that they need to get registered. They kind of have an idea, but it's not a truth to them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm telling people truths that they don't know they are truths.
Right.
You feel me? So it's hard to add value to something that you don't know you need.
Right.
You feel me? So
Well, man, appreciate the time, man, for coming just chopping up.
oh man,
with us
it's
and shit
love,
like that.
man. It's love, man. I'm glad to be here, man. And in this spot, the homie, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Cool
Man,
Young.
shout out to Cole. And he's like another one of these people, man. A visionary, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Go, dog.
I'm saying, man.
truth.
Yeah. Oh man.
I put him up there.
He's up.
Yeah.
You
For
feel
real.
me? But I just before we go, I just want to say like two simple things, right?
That's it.
I opened my office, right? So I have an office now,
Mm-hmm.
literally the only space in the city of New Orleans that is dedicated to helping independent artists and labels get their music business straight.
Mhm.
It's not a studio. It's not none of that. We sit there and we get business done.
That's what's up.
You feel what I'm saying? If you go to the website, mpgte.com, you'll see where you could sign up for the courses. You can follow me at MPGTE. My people got to eat.
Mhm.
And I do have one artist. His name is Zen. I want y'all to listen to him at some point, right? I'm about to drop something new on him. But people always like, man, you don't have no artist? I have one artist. His name is Zen. He's from Baton Rouge. He lives out in Phoenix. And people are like, man, well, so Ike, what kind of music you like? I like Zen. You feel you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I got to definitely plug the homie Zen. You feel what I'm
Sure.
saying? And but Zen go hard. That's my little homie Burn. And he got something to say,
Yeah.
And he definitely epitomizes the whole MPGTE philosophy.
Right.
And so just wanted to make sure I shout that out. And man, shout y'all out again, man.
Appreciate it.
You know.
Thank you, man.
Definitely appreciate you coming through. And social media joints. Let everybody know where they
Yeah,
can
find
you.
you at.
MPGTE, man, at MPGTE. My people
So
got
what
to eat.
about Vertical?
Oh, you can find me on Vertical too, but at MPGTE you can
so-
find
and then-
that. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
It's all intertwined.
Man, it's too intertwined sometimes.
Okay.
So, New Orleans, we did this for y'all. We did this for the artists. Any form of art, you feel like you could be making bread off your off your art. We did this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all tune in. And shout out to you, dog.
Man, shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah,
The
I-
takeover.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And we out.
Yep.